$1,000 for each successful deportation they facilitate. That's under the terms of House Bill 1484, which would create the quote Mississippi Illegal Alien Certified Bounty Hunter Program. A Mississippi District Attorney, Matthew Barton, proposed the bill, which was authored by Republican State Representative Justin Keene. Representative Keene joining us now live this morning to explain all of it. Thank you so much for taking the time to join us here today.
Yeah, thank you, sir. I appreciate being here.
Of course. Well, first off, I want to do a broad overlook here at this legislation. Can you break down exactly what it is and what it would really do?
Well, this piece of legislation was brought about to fill a gap. We all have seen over the last 4 years kind of what the Biden administration has done to the ICE department. He's basically tried to shut it down to where it's non-functional. So House Bill 1484 was created to give us a neighborhood watch sort of gap for people that deal with criminals on a day-to-day basis. That's what bounty hunters, law enforcement, bails bondsmen do. So it's an information gathering to our higher up law enforcement community to then push that information to ICE. So
What's up, family? What's good? What's good? As you guys know, right now, most of you already know that mass deportation has taken place in almost every state. Some of it is even taking place out here in California. So, yeah, Trump ain't playing around, man. The Trump administration. And I'm not saying that Trump is Jesus Christ or anything like that, but I do like his policies much better than the last administration. And if you were to ask me, am I for mass deportation? Absolutely, I'm 100% for it. I think if you come over here, you should come over here the legal way, not the illegal way. And America is the only country I feel that allows this. You go to every other country, they have strict immigrant policies, man. But for some reason, California just, not California, but America, they just allow any old person or any old country to just come on up in here, man. And it causes a security threat. We have a whole bunch of just terrorists all over the place. Known terrorists that can't even be tracked down. We don't know where a lot of these people are, but since the mass deportation has been going on, there have been a lot of people being rounded up, man. So it's getting real out here, and I'm 100% for it.
Then act on that information.
And what you're looking at, I brought this up a little bit earlier, but this is a post from Secretary Kristi Noem, as she says, arresting some criminal aliens this morning in NYC. Thank you to the brave officers involved. Why did you want to make sure to be a part of this? Why was it so important for you?
Well, my family has a background in law enforcement, as do I. On top of that, I feel like as a representative here in the district and for the state of Mississippi, we're supposed to represent our constituents with their wants. And after you see the referendum vote that President Trump got, he basically ran on this as one of his number one agendas. So this is an opportunity for Mississippi to kind of take that step to support him and to illustrate to the voters that we're trying to do, and we hear what you're saying.
As the author of this piece of legislation, do you see it getting enough support to move forward?
I do. I had some conversations with people as recent as last night. The committee is aware of the bill, and there's been numerous conversations to kind of work this forward. What we would like to have happen is, to have multiple people so that multiple different ideas can come forward so that the best piece for Mississippi and for the nation can then, be put into legislation.
As it does move forward, I did want to ask you, are there any maybe misconceptions that you feel that people have about this legislation or maybe the situation as a whole?
So Mississippi ain't playing, man. Mississippi is actually paying people to report any criminal illegal immigrants that are just committing crimes, doing the most, which is dope. My state won't even do that. They want to hide the criminals, man, the illegal alien criminals. That's how terrible California is, man. California is so pro immigrant and so anti citizen that out here in California they put the illegal immigrants over the rights of the citizens, which is crazy. But that's slowly starting to change. I'm starting to see a little bit of change out here out west. That's a good thing. Um, yeah, it's not bad like before, but I just wish you know that more and more people out west was kind of like on it like other states.
Well, I think the initial knee-jerk reaction for a lot of people is they see this and it says illegal alien bounty hunter program, and they just assume that people are going to run rampant and just start scooping up individuals and start hauling them off. If you look at how Tom Horman has gone through this process, it's very tactful. They're going after the worst of the worst. They have files and information on people with criminal backgrounds here in the States that aren't supposed to be here, or they also have a criminal background from the country in which they came from. So this is no different. We want licensed legal people to go through a vetted process and then specifically target those that should not be here, that are a detriment to our national safety, our neighborhoods, and our schools, and so forth.
My last question for you here, and this kind of is on the same topic there, but some people who maybe do not support this or fully understand it, what message do you want to get across? What would you say to them in the hopes of maybe changing their minds?
Well, I would argue on that side, which we've had very little opposition, if at all. It's been overwhelmingly supportive here at home.
And they going after the criminals, which they should. There's nothing wrong with that. If you're here illegally and you committing crimes, yeah, you should be deported ASAP. That's just common sense. It's common sense. You go to other countries and you're illegal and you're in other countries and you're committing crimes. Oh man, you going straight to prison, man. ASAP. Like I said, other countries have very, very strict immigrant policies. You go to Asia, certain parts of Asia, they have strict immigrant policies. Mexico has strict immigrant policies. Central America, South America, even countries on the continent of Africa, they have strict immigrant policies. So I don't get it. Why can't us as Americans have, which we used to before it became super liberal and all this other nonsense, pushing the whole LGBTQ community on on the kids and shit. Um, yeah, but why can't we have those same strict policies? It's called common sense. You don't just leave your country wide open just for any Joe Blow to just come on in and do whatever they want and no citizenship. That's crazy, man. That's insanity. It makes no sense. And um it's just good to have a little bit more of common sense in office. Now, uh, I'm not with the whole Democrat Republican thing, but Trump and his administration is I can go more with their policies more so than I can the last administration that just left. Last administration that just left, they just, well, we won't even get into it, man. They wrecked the economy. They did all type of crazy stuff, man. And they're the reason why we in the mess that we in now, man. And you know, this administration has to clean it up, which is what they doing. I mean, dude has only been in office for what, a week and a half. He's done way more than Biden has done in all 4 years, which is crazy. Because Biden didn't do anything in office, but just sit back and just let people, let illegals run rampant and murder people, burn people up on trains, and all type of craziness, man. So now they got to come behind them and clean up their mess, which is what they're doing. Imagine 4 years, what it's going to look like in 4 years if we already get an improvement with this administration only being in office for what, a week and a half, and already improvement is happening. That's a trip, man.
Within our state, just our state auditor put out a report last year. In that report, he said that we are spending statewide $100 million in our state funds towards illegal aliens. So there's a lot of money that we can recoup and use for different programs. I think it's now open to the public that nationwide, President Biden did not really put America first. We've got a lot of citizens that were homeless, veterans, and people of that nature that have been doing without, and they have seen illegal aliens come into our country and be able to be very well off on the taxpayer dollar. So financially, there is something to gain at a national level and a state level, but ultimately, this is a safety first issue for a lot of people.
All right, State Representative Justin Keene there, Mississippi. Thank you so much.
All right, y'all. Now you got it. You see that Trump ain't playing around. He is mass deportation and sending a lot of people up out of here right now, man. A lot. And a lot of these people who are here illegally that are committing crimes and all of this, a lot of them are panicking. Hey, you gotta come in the right way, man. You just have to. I can't go to Mexico or China and have my hand out and ask for free stuff, and I'm not a citizen. More than likely they're gonna put me in jail. They're gonna laugh at me, and probably more than likely they're gonna deport me. So we need to do the same here, straight up. Start putting, citizens first. Start cleaning up the homelessness, and I think the mass deportation will help a lot. I think it'll help a lot of Black Americans, man. I really do. I think it will help out a lot of Black Americans, the mass deportation. So I feel every Black American should be for mass deportation. Straight up. That's how I feel. Cause I know I'm 100% for it. I'm like, just round them up. I don't care. Get them up out of here, man. So I'm out of here, man. Let me know what y'all think. Peace and love. I'm gone.